Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese. Welcome back to Skybees 2, where the lighting might go out at some point. Sometimes I can just move my desk. Earlier I was like snapping to do an audio check, and that was causing the lighting to go out. I had to pull the cover off of the nice little plastic housing that houses the PWM dimmer, because it would just turn off completely, and I had to like thump it to make it come back on. Thought maybe it's overheating. I took the cover off. It's just sitting next to my arm, where at any point I could get electrocuted with 12 volts of power pumping into my body, which it's 12. I'm not worried about it. You shouldn't be either. Well, no, you should be worried about electricity. You should not be worried about me and electricity. I'm taking my own risks. I'm my own man, and I can make bad decisions for myself. That is my right as an American citizen. My God-given right. I might need to order a new, not like $6 PWM controller off eBay. Maybe something of a little higher value. I also noticed that the LED strip, you know, if you've ever inspected LEDs, if you buy a 50-foot strip, it's not actually 50 foot, right? It's like a bunch of 1-meter strips factory soldered together, and the solder joint on one of them is going bad. Like the factory solder joint. My terrible solder joints? Fine. Nothing wrong with them. The factory solder joint... What is that? Some kind of bump. Like under the hair. Weird. The factory solder joint is coming loose, which means that half of the strip, a little bit more than that, as well as the strip that goes along the bottom of my monitor, sometimes just turns off, and then sometimes the whole thing turns off, except since I took the cover off of the PWM controller. Maybe it was just overheating, now it's fine. At any point, what I'm trying to say is I could be plunged into darkness, and there's nothing we can really do about it. But welcome back to Skybees 2. That's the important thing we're getting at here. The important thing is that we're playing Skybees 2, and we've got a lot we want to do today. Now, we've talked for a while about how the fencing and the stone bricks is not really working out very well. We want to replace all of the fencing with glass, and I think we're probably going to focus on doing that today, because why not? So we need to make sure that we have plenty of glass being cooked up over here. I thought about doing, like, hoppers, just building some hoppers. We can make more of these brick hoppers, although I don't really remember how to do it. I think it's just brick, apparently. It seems simple enough, which is just put some clay ball over there and let it do its thing. The problem is I play this so irregularly that every time I come back to it, I have to play the game of, wait, how do I do this, though? Like, how do we get clay? I think we do it inside of these things. I think I might even make it automatically. It does indeed. Can I just turn it into balls? I can indeed. Can we just cook them up instead? I know that we can. I don't even need to ask. 30 of them? We'll do 32. We'll cook up 32. We'll put the other 28 inside of here for safekeeping. I moved all of the honeycomb over here, kind of before we started the stream, just because it was clouding up my inventory. Crowding, even, is probably the correct word there. So, I think the original idea with the oak fences is that we didn't want to suffocate the bees. We wanted them to get some fresh air. But I'm at a point now where I view the bees as more so a nuisance than anything else, and I think I don't actually care what happens to them. What we're going to do, because I don't want to accidentally kill them, because even though they are a nuisance, they're at least a useful nuisance in that we can take the produced goods and do something useful to them, or with them, like we can craft things and whatnot. So what I want to do is I think I'm going to wait until sundown when they all go inside their hives, and we can kind of safely start breaking things without causing them any serious injury. But in the meantime, we also want to keep an eye out on their produce. So it was advised that I watch some videos about how to automate Minecraft, like vanilla bees, and then I could take what I learned there and integrate it into this series. And I gotta say, what I saw was disappointingly a lot of effort, okay? It looks like you gotta have like dispensers and block reader things. It's the kind of stuff I've never engaged with in vanilla Minecraft, because my Minecraft experience basically stops at 1.12, because I only play modded Minecraft, and that's like the, you know, Tekkit goes to about 1.12, doesn't it? So that's what I'm used to. Which one of these go in there? Yeah. Gotta like try to match the color. It's like a fun little game for toddlers here. So, I don't really know much about vanilla bees, but what I have watched and what I saw really disappointed me with the amount of effort they are sort of anticipating me putting into it, that quite honestly I just don't feel like I can muster. I mean, maybe at some point, but is there really no automated way to deal with bees? Can we check our book? Does our book have any recommendations? The book still wants me to build a soul snare. I don't know what that is. This quest opens the blood magic quest line. Alright, fine, whatever. Looks like we could probably build that if we had some redstone. Add it over... Oh, it was already on the list of things to do. My bad. We've added it back. There it is, soul snare. Apparently. To what end, I don't know. What do you want me to do? Make all these kinds of weird bees? I guess we need to start focusing on making redstone bees now. Apparently that's the next course of action here. Redstone... can I just look up redstone bee? Will that do something for me? It does. Oh, apparently that was already up there as well. I need to stop accidentally removing things that I've already added. So we need to breed together cobblestone and cinnabar. Okay, so I'm assuming cinnabar is up there as well. I guess I've gone down this path before and already determined that I need cobblestone and gold. I have both of those. I have cobblestone and I have gold, but I don't want to breed them right now. What I want to do is take down all the fencing and replace it with glass. That is my current objective. That's the thing I currently want to do with my time. Also, my gosh, we move slowly without our magical boots. So sun's going down. Pretty sure the bees go to bed at night, so go back to your houses, little bees. Go to bed. There you go. Night-night. Sun's going down. No wakey, no wakey, no eggs, no bakey, just sleepy, sleepy. We also want to replace, I think, the stone brick with the really nice-looking oak planks from Chisel, because I think that has more of a bee aesthetic. Basically, that kind of reminds me of the build of the beehives, right? Except this is a giant beehive. And I know we went through a lot of work to build the stone brick, and it might seem silly to take it all down now. In fact, it is. It's ridiculously silly and a waste of time and effort. And doing such a thing would be just... It's not paramount. Panamount? What's the term where it's saying, like, it's equal to? Whatever that is. Tanamount? No. That sounds familiar. That could be it, and I'm open to being corrected on the matter. It'd be about the same as being crazy, wouldn't it? That would be just like a nonsense thing to do. But we might do it. Okay, have all the bees gone to bed? Are all the bees sleeping? Was I just wrong? Maybe it's only vanilla bees. This guy's definitely in bed, right? He's taking a nap. I don't know if it's because it's nighttime, though. I was hoping they would all be inside their hives, and I could break all of these fences in one go, but it kind of looks like that's not going to be the case, so we're going to have to manually go through here and break all of these, which is a great nuisance to me, because that's going to take absolute ages with our absolutely terrible stone mattock. And I guess we could make, like, an axe, but at that point, like, we have this multi-tool that we quite enjoy using. I'd rather get an iron mattock, but I know I'm going to have to build a whole, like, smeltery situation for that. And I don't know if I want to get invested in that right now. That's quite a bit of effort. Also, we need more of this wood, so I suppose we're going to go ahead and have to get ourselves a chisel. You'd like to think that I'll be able to find the chisel if I just open up one of these chests and look, but there's a high probability that we either destroyed the chisel and I just don't remember doing that, you know, because we used it so much, or that it's right in front of me and I simply lack the ability to see it, because I don't have, like, magic mom powers where they can just manifest the item that you're looking for. I don't have that ability. I am not now, nor have I ever been, a mom. Regrettably, so I'm afraid I have no power over that. But I do have some bricks, and I don't remember what I was going to do with them. Enough time has passed that I've forgotten why I needed or wanted bricks. So, were we going to make some hoppers to automate the creation of... I think that was it, by Jove. I think we were going to automate the creation of a bunch of glass. I kind of lost interest in that right now, though. I think we have enough glass for the time being, and what we actually need is a hopper. So, I suppose now the question is, do we have any leftover iron? And if so, where is it? Because it doesn't kind of look like we do. But I think we can just make some. I'm pretty sure we can just make some. Also, what are we doing with all this honey? Are we just emptying it all in here? You can't empty it all in here. You have to empty it into another vessel first, don't you? Don't you have to have, like, a bucket? Hold on, no, this is coming back to me as well. Again, we don't play this that often. There's a bucket somewhere, though. White backpack. Wait, when did I make that? What's in it? Oh my gosh, you're telling me that's where I was keeping all the... Okay. Well, I mean, the good news is we can just get more iron, so that's something. What do? We just toss that in here, and I think we stand over here and we, like, shift right-click this. And we just wait patiently. Okay. Yeah. It sounds good. Sounds like something's happening. Tink. 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 What you got for me? About 10? That'll do. All we really need to do is make a chisel. So, there's our chisel. And then from there, we can make more of this fantastic wood. Actually, I don't even know what type of wood it is. Looking at it, it looks like it might be... Is it the smooth planks? It could be the smooth planks. Oh, okay then. That was a little bit frightening. Imagine if we got pushed through the world there. It doesn't say what it is. It looks like smooth plank to me. I'll tell you what, we can just make it, and if it's the wrong thing, we can just run it through again. That's fine. The game will not care. The best way to test this, though, is to just jump right in with full confidence. Are all the bees asleep now? I do occasionally hear bees buzzing around, so I'm going to assume that's a no. We can catch them again if they get out. It's not that big a deal. Also, that was the correct type of wood, which is good to see. But we can absolutely just recatch them. Like, can he get out right there? I don't think he can. I think he definitely wants to. He's, like, eyeballing that little gap in the fence there and thinking about what would happen if he cut down on his, like, honey intake and maximized his cardio output. Maybe he could get small enough that he could squeeze through there the next time we do this, because we'll probably redecorate again at some point. But he's lost his opportunity as of right now. I don't think we're going to progress any further, though, without going ahead and grabbing... First off, getting rid of this tree, because this tree is a nuisance. It's chosen literally the worst possible place to spawn. And also, we've lost that piece of dirt that's probably been in the series from the beginning. I would assume that that's an OG original piece of dirt, and now it's gone forever, and we'll just never get it back. And slowly, that's going to happen. As we progress through the series, each and every single individual piece of dirt that was on this island originally will get moved from its original location, probably lost in some sort of an accident, and then bit by bit, it's going to be like, okay, well, is this the original... Is this the original Sky Island, or is it a new one? And at what point does that transformation take place? That's not for me to say. I'm not a philosopher in that sort of manner. I also have some fishy honeycomb in here and some wood honeycomb, neither of which should be inside of here. And you know what we don't see, though, is the little vessels we use to catch bees. Like this guy up here. This guy looks really upset. He's not happy to be inside of that jar. He would rather be out and about, and I understand how he feels. I would also rather be out and about than inside of a jar. But at the end of the day, what can you do? Also, we should have more than one jar. I opened this up. There's some more glass in here. Yet more glass. There's some already made smooth planks that I forgot were in here, apparently. I see gold, but I don't see iron. And I do not see any more bee jars. And I feel like there probably are more bee jars around here, and I just don't know where they are. I know that I had like 3 or 4 of them previously. Maybe I did something with them that I don't remember. I can't say for sure. I genuinely don't recall. But at least we've got one in case we need to catch, like, a bee trying to get away. Also, it's not that big a deal if a bee tries to get away, is it? Yeah, see, if I do this, it's gonna break all of it, and I can't let that happen. So long as the bee is escaping further into the compound, I don't think we're gonna have any issues, because we can just catch him. He can't get out that front door there, so it should all be fine. In, like, an ideal world. Also, what is this one just needs is like freaking out. He really wants to get over there for some reason. But I don't really see anything over there for him, so I don't know what his deal is. Do you reckon if we like replace all of these fences to either side, that maybe he'll stop like envying what's sort of on the other side there? Like he'll stop dreaming of what could lie beyond, just to run out just beyond the river bends. Buzzing just beyond the river bend, he looks once more. Sorry, buddy, you're not going over there. I'm not going to allow it. I am going to build you a lovely window here, though. If he made a break for it right now, he could have theoretically gotten out of here, and I wouldn't have been able to stop him. We are going to make this a big window. I like the idea of this being a big window. Do we have a pickaxe that might work better on stone? Is this running? No, I'm not running. I'm dying is what's happening. Tell you what, I could never find the bucket I know exists that we use for honey. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drink the stuff. There we go. So that now I can actually run around a bit. Throw those back in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's fantastic speed right there. That's downright ludicrous, the pace at which we are covering the land now. Do I not have a pickaxe? From the looks of things, no. See, the temptation now is to just... I thought this could be used as one. What do you do? Stone-matic? Maybe it's just a shovel and a hammer. It seems to make a very poor pickaxe. I'll tell you that much. When I'm trying to break this stuff, it doesn't seem to really care much for it. I thought we had one, but I guess I'm just crazy and wrong. Oh well, we carry on. We have these other tools. We have like the wood mattock and the wood comma. We could build a stone comma if we felt so inclined. Can we just make like a regular old some sort of like pickaxe? What do we need for that? We need a binding. We need a head, and we need. All right, you know what we're gonna do? I'll tell you what we're gonna do here. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna grab the tool handle, made out of wood, I think, and we're also going to go ahead and grab the binding out of wood, and then we will do the pickaxe head. And I know we could just make an iron pickaxe, but the reason we're doing this is because at least this can be repaired, and theoretically can be upgraded once we get some other materials. We can make it better than a vanilla vanilla iron pickaxe. It can be better than that, but then also ultimately at some point in the future we'll probably end up replacing it with something better anyway, right? Like, eventually we will build... Oh, gosh. Hi, guys. I thought they were all, like, about to make a break for it, so I put it back up, which I didn't need to do. Eventually, we will make a smeltery, and then we can build, like, a really good pickaxe, but for now we can... I mean, this one's plenty quick for what we're doing, which is just, like, placing and breaking some... this is better. You know what? They might not be getting any fresh air. Is this a block? They could have just flown out of there this whole time. Apparently I never put a block there. I guess they didn't notice, or if they did, I don't know where they went, because it looks like there's 4 bees in here. So that could have ended in just absolute disaster, but this is way better. There's so much more light in there, so much more unobstructed light, and yeah, you know what, you could say that the air is a bit thick and stale, but I don't think the bees are going to mind all that much. You know, they're definitely not buzzing about it if that's the case. So I can see now that this is going to be quite the endeavor, replacing all of this, and I'll acknowledge I'm committed to it, so I'm not going to stop. What about these pieces in the corner here? I'm trying to figure out whether or not we want to convert... First off, inside and outside, I think we can get rid of those pieces. I remember why they were there now. I remember why they were there. It was something to do with the way that the fencing met up on the corners, and we just don't need that there anymore. And then also, I do like the idea of replacing this. The bees come back out. So we're now, like, in a race against the clock to get all of this filled back in before the bee tries to make a break for it, which we have absolutely managed to do. The bee is way too preoccupied right now. The bee is having a great time with its piece of sand. It knows that beyond that piece of sand, there's nothing else out there in the world for it. It does not care whatsoever. It's going to keep doing its little pollination dance, and we're going to be able to focus on... You son of a gun, don't you prove me wrong! Don't you prove me wrong! Come back here, you... Where did the... Oh, I should have kept this in the hot bar. I cannot believe it. It absolutely tricked me into thinking that it was content inside of there. I cannot believe that. I was sitting there talking about what a great time it was having, how it had accepted its fate, and how, you know, reality had dealt it this hand where it knew, you know what, at least I'm not a wild bee out there without a dedicated piece of sand for me. I'm glad that, you know, my fellow here, my human, is taking excellent care of me. And then it just immediately, after it lulled me into a false sense of security, it made a break for it. Well, you know what, bee? There you go. I've remodeled your house. I hope you like it. Buzz, buzz, you little turkey. You little Turk bee. Turk bee sounds like something from Xenoblade no, it doesn't. It sounds like something from Final Fantasy VII. Like, you have the Turks, and then you have the Turk bees. And they're like the bee wing. They do the sort of less important missions, and they're slightly, like, more vaguely incompetent. Alright, do you think that we're gonna... Gosh, the music is loud. Okay. We're going to be much more careful about this. And I'm gonna only do, like, a block or two at a time, because I can see that bee... Hold on, I think we're probably good to do all the top ones, because he's hovering down below. But it seems like he definitely wants to get through here, and I don't know why. Why can't he just be content in life? Oh, and now he's gone. He ceased to exist. My other concern right now is that swinging this tool around inside of here, I'm going to end up maybe accidentally hitting, like, one of the bees as right as it comes out of its nest. But we tried to do this at night, under the assumption they would be in bed, and they simply were not, so I don't think that's going to work for us. Make a better axe to make it quicker? I could do that. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But like I said earlier, if we're going to make a better axe, we might as well go ahead and make one using the smeltery, which means we have to go build a smeltery. So actually, that's not a bad idea. Should we just go ahead and do that? I think we can take this whole block out here at a time. Shoot, that's exactly what I was worried would happen! No! Dang it! That's why I didn't want to do that! I didn't think it was going to connect up to that side, though. I gave it a little look. It looks like they went up on the roof. Wait, was that one right there when I came outside, or am I crazy? You, come here. Fortunately, it's just the cobblestone ones, but, like, still, that's not ideal. I think 2 of them got out, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw one go up near the roof. Please still be up there, little bee. Please don't have made a break for it. If they went anywhere else, they're just going to hover off the edge of the world and then descend to their death, which is what they have done multiple times before. For some reason, there you are. Come here, you. Ugh! Dang it! Come here. Now we gotta walk all the way around. I'm pretty sure... Wait, is there a way back in? There is. Oh, here we go. I'm pretty sure it was just the 2 of them. So... Gosh, I think we're fine. I think we're good. I think we might have gotten away with it. We'll do a head count once we get back inside. But that was a little bit nerve-wracking. So there's 3 in this room, and there's 2 in this room. There's 3 in this room and 1 in the hive. Did we ever have more than 4? If so, we don't anymore. It's possible one of them could have gotten over here into this hive. It doesn't look like it, though. Just based on the fact there's only 1 bee in there. I think we're fine. I mean, we can breed them again if we want to. All we need is cobblestone, which we literally have in our inventory. These are sort of the ones that I'm least worried about losing, because we can just... It's one of the most plentiful ingredients in Minecraft, you know, cobblestone. In fact, I would argue... Well, no, I think stone is probably the most common block in Minecraft. But that can be made into cobblestone with very little effort. Just a couple of swings of the old pickaxe. I would argue it's probably also, if you don't just throw it away or leave it on the ground, it's probably the block that most people playing Minecraft end up with the most of. Sorry, wait, I'm sorry. Sorry, wait! Now I have an awful lot of questions about this. Now, how did you get over here? What was your point of entry? How did that even happen, and when? Get back in here, I guess. There's not enough room for you in the hive. You'll all have to take turns in there. Not that I think they're going to care, but still, that's just a little bit ridiculous. I don't know what the history there is. There's clearly a history there, though. Alright, got all that taken care of. That mattock is for dirt blocks and not for wood? I think it's for both. We've definitely been using it as a, we've definitely been using it on the tree for some time now. I'm pretty sure that it's for both wood and dirt, because if you look at the mattock, in order to build it, you need a pickaxe head and an axe head. So, but we also did try using it on stone, and it's no good for that at all. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess we could look up the real-world practical uses of a mattock if we wanted to. If we want to just give that, like, a Google. Also, it's, like, infinitely repairable, so I'm not too concerned one way or the other. Read the description? Oh, of the mattock? That's not a bad idea. Hold on, let me replant this tree, though, before I forget. Excellent. Alright. Mattock. Let's see. The cutter mattock is a versatile farming tool. It is effective on wood, dirt, sand, gravel, and plants. Just don't dig your own grave. We could actually do that, because I'm pretty sure there's nothing underneath these blocks of dirt, and we could just plummet to the depths. Alright, do we need to go ahead and start thinking about building a big smeltery? So for that, let's see, how do you build the smeltery? You need the blocks, right? You need these smeltery seared, that's what I'm thinking of. Couldn't remember what they were called. You need seared blocks. And for that, you gotta have, like, grout. Oh my gosh, you can make a seared bee nectar? Is that what I think it is? Seared... Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I got a little too excited about that. Is it called grout? Can we just look that up? I always forget what the actual, like, recipe of it is. So we've got I am grout, and we also have nether grout. So I am grout is a combination of gravel, sand, and clay, which we all have an abundance of. In fact, 2 of those items are being, like, infinitely generated right over here. Gosh, but my inventory is full of nonsense. So that's the first priority here. I guess we're going to go ahead and we're going to tidy up our inventory. And we're not going to proceed with any other construction projects until we've gotten ourselves some better tools. Because that's going to make the whole process a lot easier and more straightforward. And these look very similar in my inventory, so it's hard to figure out which ones go where. I think that's it. And then finally... And also, I suppose we need to clear out the ones that are inside of the backpack for some reason. I don't know why I decided that a backpack would be the perfect place to store all of the various, like, honeycombs. But obviously it makes more sense to have them out in the real world, yeah? Don't know what that was. You go there, there, and... What are you? You're fishy? Yeah. No, that's different than that. I think that's copper. Yeah. I don't have a spot for fishy. Well, I'll tell you what, we need all this sand anyway, and probably all this gravel. So there we go. There's fishy. Some of them have very similar colors. All right, we're almost there, though. We're almost there. We've got sand left over now. Is that not sand right there? I think it is, but is sand full? Sand could be full. We might not have any room left for sand honeycomb. We might just have to, like, shift it up there. We might have to upgrade... Wait, that's not sand. Hold on, that one must be sand, then. That's the case. Okay. I figured it out. Nobody panic. They just look similar in my hand. And then beeswax. Yeah, we'll just... Oh. Okay, well, we'll move that one down there as well. Okay. Inventory is a little bit less crowded now. It's a little bit easier to negotiate. So now, over here, I was expecting that we would have more... You're empty. You need water. Is one of these still set to fabricate a constant supply? Let's see, this is an automated one. And then this back here is an automated one. It's trying to, but it has no water. In that case, we do need to go ahead and make a bucket. I know we made one. I know we have a vanilla bucket around here somewhere. I just don't know where. It's probably inside of this chest. Or inside of this chest. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Maybe we have this fluid container full of water. Maybe that's what we were doing. Can I, like, empty that into there? Can't do anything with this. This is useless. This is entirely useless to me. Why do I even have it? What function does it serve? Why do we need it? Bucket. Where are you? Oh, whatever. We have iron. We can just make a real bucket. And if we already have a real bucket somewhere, it doesn't matter. Now we have two of them. They'll serve a purpose at some point eventually. But now we can put water in here. Right? Can we not put water in there? Is that not how this works? It needs, like, a water supply. How are we doing that before? It was like this. We had one of these, but instead of honey, it had water in it. I guess we got to do that again. So we've got to make ourselves another glass jar. This one will probably do. I don't remember why it's over here in this corner. We'll go ahead and just set it up, and we'll have it be the water supply as soon as I relocate it in my inventory. We got to figure out how it was connected. Again, the issue with playing this game the way that I am playing it is that I cannot remember what we did last time or in previous episodes. Why is it locked up now? Well, it's breaking! Oh, remember the chest from the backpack mod for storage? No. I'll need you to refresh my memory. What is that we're talking about? Did we build some kind of super chest last time? Oh! Oh! Looky here, everyone. Looky here. That's what Gilliam is here in the chat for. Look, that's where all the empty bee jars were. Okay. That's where our bee smoker ended up. That's where the chisel ended up. This has just been here this whole time. This has just been right here, adjacent to where we've been working. I've not been paying it any attention, but there it is. The compact chests. How about that? Absolutely lovely. Okay, good. Back to what we were doing here, though. So I've got to get another cast iron tube and hook it up to this water. Yes, yes, that's right. We can upgrade the compact chests. Of course. It's all coming back to me. Slowly, though. What am I looking for? I'm sure we have some of those pipes around here somewhere. I don't believe that they're difficult to make. What are they? Are they the... No, not a drill pipe. What are you actually called again? Cast iron tube. Let me get a visual representation of them. That's what they are. And then we'll have one more look around here to see if there are some, like, literally right in front of me. Kind of looks like I'm not seeing them. That doesn't mean that they're not there. It just means that I'm not seeing them. Also, is it possible to maybe, like, rig this system in such a way that... Do you think they need to touch up here like this? Or do you think that this one touching right here is enough? Can they pass through the processing block is the thing I want to know. I would assume not. Also, that's the edge of the world right there that we're just skirting up against. That's a scary prospect, isn't it? Let's not do that. Let's not risk death and devastation. I suppose we'll just build more cast iron tube then. So we start with a brick, and we built a bunch of those earlier for a completely different purpose that we have since forgotten. That's fine. We'll do that. And then to get the actual gear, it is just more bricks. So, heck, we might as well cook as many of these up as we can. We'll save these 16 for something else. Gosh, my inventory is getting just full. There we go. How many of those do I have? 64 and 13, I guess? Does it actually give a count? Oak saplings. Yeah, 64 plus 13. Alright. I would like an actual number representation so I don't have to like do math in my head, but that's fine. If you craft a sink for infinite amount of water, you can pump it into a glass jar. Okay, so we can go from a sink into a glass jar into the automation system, I guess is how that would work. I like that idea. I certainly do. We might get around to that in the near future, but that's the 16 of those. And I think we can craft from here. Yeah, we can totally reach the crafting station. So that will give us 12 more of these. Again, we might have already had some, I don't remember. But there we go. So that should now be connected. So this tucked away back here, out of sight, is going to now start making dirt and clay. Wait, it says it doesn't have water. Now it does. Arbitrary. Entirely arbitrary. Who can say? Who can say? So that'll start making clay. And then we do have some clay inside of here that we can also use to create grout, as well as a cast iron tube. Or a cast iron ingot. I have cast iron ingots here, as well as cast iron tubes that we'll store inside of here. Oh, look, there was already some in here. Wonderful. Just delightful. Just truly delightful. That's what we love to see. Okay, click on the crafting station, and we will go ahead and manufacture whatever it is I said we were going to build. Grout! We were going to build grout. That's what we needed. Get that recipe back up there. Let's see. I guess we'll use this. These are the same, right? These are the same? It looks like they're the same. It's just you're using clay instead of clay. So we already have clay balls, so we'll just go ahead and do this. 64 grout. And then, of course, the grout can be used to manufacture your seared bricks, as well as, well, I mean, it looks like that's kind of where we're going to have to start. We're going to have to start with seared bricks and then sort of work our way through, and that's okay. So 32, and then 32, and then we're going to need more than that. That is only the beginning. Oh, really? Okay, not inside of here? What do I do with you first, then, if not inside of here? Blasting. It needs to go into a blaster. Right. Okay. So no furnaces today. That's not going to work out for us. I don't think we have a blaster. We have a smoker. I don't know how to make a blaster. Ugh. You make a good point, Gilliam. Why are we growing saplings when we already have a wooden bee? It's kind of a waste of time, and also this thing is just a bit of a nuisance. It keeps growing right where we need it. We're not going to replant. I mean, it's nice, you know, to be able to occasionally get the apples from it, but we don't eat them. The last time I've eaten, I've just been drinking honey like a madman, which is probably not advisable. Man cannot live on honey alone. How do I make a... I guess we need... Is it the blast furnace that we need, presumably? That makes more sense. That probably makes a lot more sense than typing in blaster, which just seems ridiculous. Smelting. Wait, what? Hold on. Go back. Where's the... There it is. Yeah, it says blasting, but I think that's probably done in a blast furnace. You need to craft melter first, and then you can use it to craft the smelter. Are you kidding me? What is all of this? What is all of this extra nonsense we're having to do here? Oh, well, that'll give us 2 seared bricks, whereas doing it inside of here just gives us 1 seared brick. All right. Well, what goes into making the melter? That sounds familiar and like something I have done before, albeit I don't remember. Is it like a seared melter and a seared heater? Probably. We're going to assume it's those 2 things. And so yeah, we've got to get the bricks anyway, but we only need to make a certain amount of them. So we're going to need 8 for this recipe, and then 5 for this recipe, and then 4 for this recipe. So 8 and 4 is 12, plus 5 is what, 17? Did I do my math right on that? Oh! Oh look, it's happening! I told you it would happen! I told you it would happen! Now watch this. Just giving it a nice little tap with my finger. It's like some sort of horror film. Eventually it's going to come back on and it's not going to be my face anymore. Alright, so we got those recipes pulled up. Now we need to actually build the blaster. Did I save that recipe? The blast furnace is a regular furnace, some smooth stone, and then some iron. Alright, smooth stone, by the way, is stone double processed. So it's like refried stone, is basically what it is. So we should have some regular smooth stone. I remember making it in the past, although I don't see it now. So we're going to just go ahead and say we don't have any. And we will cook up, I don't know, what do you say, about 16 of it? Might be a bit much, but that means that we can do 8, and then 8, and then get the rest of this out of my inventory. Don't need it. Thank you. And then we're going to need iron, which we have 6 of, which looks like it's going to be plenty because we only need 5. We need an additional furnace, so actually give me back that cobblestone. I don't want to get rid of the furnaces we've already got, so I'll just make a new one. It's not that big a challenge. It's not that big a hassle, you know. Unless I forgot how to make a furnace. Is it different for some reason? Was it different the whole time? It's compressed cobblestone. Why is it compressed cobblestone? I don't remember it being that, but I guess it is. That's fine. Perfect. Are there other dimensions that I need to go to? Do I need to make a portal to the deep dark? Is that a thing in this pack? That could be a great time. So, oh wait, why is there a furnace in my inventory already? Oh! I just crafted it! I literally just crafted it. Okay. So, once the stone is done, we'll run it back through to get the refried stone. Okay. See, without Gilliam in this chat, where would we be right now? He's giving me full instructions for the melter. So, this is going to be such an easy process. We do need to automate this, too. Okay, that's enough for now, then. That should keep this running over here. Did I put all this sand in here? It's not generating sand, surely. That would be ridiculous. What are you doing? You would be making dirt if we had leaves, but we don't. Do we get leaves from wood bees, or do we get leaves from leaf bees? Would they leave me alone, those bees? Okay, so now we double process the stone. Wait patiently. We're almost there. We can start to craft the recipe if we wanted to. We can go ahead and pull in the ingredients we do have. They will get stored in here. So what do we want to start with? I guess... Oh, really? You're not going to let me pour the... Okay, that's fine. I'll manually do it. So there we go. Those will kind of remain. Oh, I like that you can see it up top here. That's cool. Okay. There we are. Blast furnace. Never built one before. Just plop it down right there, I suppose. I probably have built one before. I just don't remember it. Again, my memories... I have played... I feel like I've played at least Minecraft 1.18, but maybe not. And if I have, I don't remember it that well. It feels like something I would have done. So now we need some charcoal, which we can toss in there. What's great about the blast furnace, by the way? Do I know anything about this? Blast furnace. Minecraft. I feel like it's probably does 10 for a single block and is a bit faster. Hold on. It's a block that smelts ores, raw material, and metal armor and tools twice as quickly as a furnace, but cannot smelt anything else. It also serves as an armorer's job site block. Alright, so it doesn't actually mention whether or not it does more per sort of material, but it does say it's faster, which is fun. I'm sure if I kept reading I would learn more, but I'm not going to. I'm going to close the tab. Come back to this as the seared bricks start coming through. And remember, we don't need to cook them all up. What did we say? We needed 17? Okay. So, does it count that one that's currently processing? I reckon it does. So we'll leave one extra in there. So do we have enough to go ahead and make the... Hold on. I actually know that we do, because the first piece was very basic. There we go. That's the melter itself. And then we needed 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the final component needed 4 more. 4 more. Okay, we did it perfectly. We got it spot on. I don't want that to be wasted. What else can it do? It said, like, regular materials, right? I don't really have anything else for it to smelt at the moment. We'll come back to that. So, to build this, we're going to need glass. There. Excellent. And then combine all that together to make that. And then we'll plop these down kind of right over here, I'm guessing. That, and then that. Oh, yeah, look at this. This is fabulous. I love this. Okay, so we just need to put something in there to do some heating. I'm going to throw in a couple of cobblestone. Or not, no I'm not. I'm going to throw in some charcoal. So we put some burnable items in, and so far nothing's happening. But maybe I need to put some items in here to start melting. So if I go ahead and throw the grout in... Oh yeah, there it goes. Cool. I guess we're going to need like a funnel to get it out though, aren't we? I just realized I'm not going to be able to get this out. Let's see. If we look at a seared cobblestone here... we can build the whole thing out of this, right? Part of the smeltery, safe for decoration. Yeah, I don't think we need to make a sort of mold or anything. I think we can just dump it all out into one of these, which I thought of before. Yeah, okay, so for the outputs and everything, we're going to need probably a faucet, I guess. And then also a seared casting basin. So we are going to need 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. So it's actually good we couldn't put it all in there, because we would have been in a really bad position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Send it. And I think we can probably fit one more of these in there. Create the casting table. I could create if I wanted to make bricks, I could make a casting table, and then I think I can make a mold. We'll go ahead and add the... I mean, I can memorize that recipe. I'm not going to forget it. But then how do you actually make a mold for the bricks? Oh, you know what? We can look up seared brick. If we spell it correctly. And then I bet you if we go through here, it'll tell us... Yeah, okay, so if we already have... Oh, a stone button apparently can be used for the mold for the brick. Okay. We also have a lot of other options here. Sand casts and whatnot. How do you make one of those? A blank sand cast. It is literally just sand. Sand will give you the casts. Oh, no, I appreciate you being the tutorial guy right now. I need that, trust me. Alright, these are done. So we can craft these into the basin. And then we can craft these into the faucet. We probably should have gone with table. Now that I think about it, making the table first would have made more sense. Reason being... Also, how am I supposed to put more materials in here? Didn't think about that one, did we? Me. Okay, gotcha. So the gold ones would be more permanent. Oh, wait, we have gold we can put in here. Yeah, let's go ahead and empty this out, and then we will cook up a few more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can make the table. And then we will do a gold cast of a brick. And then we'll be good to go making the individual pieces.